summer heat, water shortages, forest fires, storm damage, and the persistent threat of bark beetles, forestry is currently confronted with significant challenges. In response to these issues, Impex Forestry Machinery has developed an innovative technology designed to sow resilient mixed forests directly within existing tree stands. Their solution features a massive crawler excavator equipped with a specialized milling machine that efficiently prepares the forest floor, creating optimal conditions for new growth. To showcase this remarkable process, we spent 2 days traveling through Brandenburg, capturing every moment on camera. Join us as we present a captivating video that offers a glimpse into the future of our forests. In Brandenburg, vast stretches of pine trees extend endlessly across the landscape. It is late May, and we are journeying through the Schorfheide region, located about 50 kilometers north of Berlin. Here, the forests managed by the Reyersdorf Forestry Office are home to machines from Lightfoot Harvesting, a company renowned for its expertise in gentle wood harvesting and storage, especially in sensitive environments. Today, however, the focus shifts to new beginnings and the future. On a forest trail, a crawler excavator maneuvers a specialized seed strip cutter with its long boom, quietly planting hardwood seeds beneath the surface. These seeds, invisible to passers-by, are intended to foster a diverse, species-rich mixed forest. Overseeing the operation, Managing Director Francesco Berner coordinates the deployment of machinery and provides insight into the purpose behind these measures.
Our goal is to cultivate a climate-resistant forest using these seeds and a natural approach. We will introduce only beech, oak, and other local tree species to the area. Fortunately, various tree species have already established themselves in certain spots, and we will preserve these as part of the existing stock. The seeds will supplement the current trees, eventually covering 90% of the area and, we hope, developing into a forest that is more resilient to climate challenges.
Lightfoot Harvesting operates 3 specialized machines for the state forest in Brandenburg, deploying them each spring. The timing of their use is determined by the needs of different tree species.
For example, sowing oak begins in early spring or March, as oak seeds are relatively frost-resistant. Beech sowing follows in late May or early May, depending on the weather, since beech seeds require warmer temperatures to germinate than oak.
Here in Brandenburg, the forests are predominantly made up of pine trees, which thrive in dry conditions. This mature pine population creates an excellent environment for introducing other tree species.
While pine will always be a vital part of these forests, thanks to its remarkable drought resistance, the true strength of the ecosystem lies in its diversity. A mix of species fosters a resilient forest culture. This diversity offers significant advantages. The pine canopy provides shelter for young plants, allowing seeds to gradually establish themselves beneath it. Additionally, our process benefits from gently disturbing the topsoil and remixing the existing minerals, which helps pine seeds take root as well. As a result, pine continues to grow as a companion species, contributing to a healthy mix of trees throughout the forest.
This process represents a technological breakthrough in reforestation. But how does the sowing actually work? Standing on the skid trail, Francesco Berner walks us through each step.
Behind us, we can now see the Königsteiger T30, equipped with a mulch milling attachment. Operating from the designated work lane, the machine complies with FSC standards, ensuring minimal disturbance to the forest by avoiding unnecessary driving over the area. Its boom extends to pull a seed drill and milling combination, which loosens the topsoil and sows seeds in a single pass. The crane has a reach of 21 meters, and the rows are spaced between 2 and 2.5 meters apart. In a typical 9-hour day, the team can cover about 1 hectare, using approximately 30 kilograms of beech seed, or 120 kilograms of oak seed.
Today, the focus is on sowing beech trees. To promote rapid germination, the seeds are pre-germinated in the nursery. Francesco inspects the results with us.
Also hier haben wir dieses vorbereitete Saatbeet.
Here you can see a prepared seed bed tilled to a depth of 20 centimeters, which can be adjusted as needed. In FSC-certified areas, only the surface is tilled to avoid disturbing minerals, and seeds are placed about 3 to 4 centimeters below the topsoil. The beech nuts are then spaced roughly 20 centimeters to 25 centimeters apart.
Das sind die Bucheckern, die dann hier so drinnen liegen. Und die liegen im Abstand von ca. 20 bis 25 Zentimetern.
For seeds to successfully germinate, they must have direct contact with the mineral soil. District Forester Hans Otto Vokes, who played a key role in developing the process, shares his experience.
Ich habe viel ausprobiert, habe mir die Natur angeschaut.
I experimented extensively, observing nature and initially thinking that simply scattering seeds, as nature does, would be effective. However, this approach failed in the first year, prompting me to reconsider. I tried loosening the soil, removing bilberry bushes, and sowing beech nuts and acorns, but only a few sprouted. The following year, I repeated the process, loosening the soil, sowing seeds, and covering them with large canopies. Yet again, very few germinated. Upon closer observation, I noticed that in nature, seeds rest directly on the mineral soil, covered only by leaves. I then considered how to replicate this, ensuring seeds reached the mineral soil beneath the bilberry bushes. We acquired a machine and, at that time, were permitted to drive across the entire area. Using a small vineyard tractor, we mulched the bilberry bushes and sowed the seeds, a three-step process, first clearing brushwood, then preparing the soil, and finally sowing.
Das hat dann auch funktioniert.
This method worked for 2 years until we received FSC certification, which restricted vehicle access throughout the forest. I then spent 2 or 3 years searching for a new approach and began using horse-drawn seeding. Again, we cleared the area, prepared the soil, and used a seed drill. Eventually, the tall bilberry bushes and roots made it too difficult for the horses, and animal welfare regulations prevented us from continuing.
Pferde das nicht mehr geschafft haben und mir persönlich auch die Pferde sehr leid taten. Das ging dann nachher in Richtung Tierschutz.
Realizing a mechanical solution was needed, I approached Francesco Berner and asked him to adapt his machinery by attaching a seed drill, allowing us to perform all steps in a single pass from the skid trails in compliance with FSC standards.
Von den Gassen aus FSC-konform das machen können. Das hat dann gemacht.
He and his technicians visited the forest, and together we discussed the requirements. The machine was designed 3 or 4 years ago, and we began using it. Although there were minor setbacks, the core principle was established.
Und wir haben dann damit angefangen zu arbeiten, haben logisch auch mal hier und da einen kleinen Rückschlag gehabt, aber das Prinzip stand erstmal. Was sind die Vorteile von der Maschine?
The main advantage of this machine is that it combines all 3 operations, clearing with a front-mounted tiller, soil preparation, and sowing, into a single pass from the permitted skid trail.
Von der Rückgasse aus, die wir befahren dürfen.
The concept for the seed drill originated from forestry practices. Impex Forestry Machines, known for their XXL harvester Hannibal T50, undertook the challenge of transforming this idea into a practical machine. Operations Manager Florian Strobel describes its construction.
Also die Funktionsweise von dem Gerät ist so, dass zuerst das Tiefenführungsrad.
The process begins with the toothed depth control wheel at the front, which sets the initial depth and can also break branches. Following this is the seed drill wheel, equipped with stone-eating tines to loosen the soil. At the rear, parallel depth control wheels provide fine depth adjustment, while discs further back guide the seed through the machine.
Hinten nach die Scheiben sich für das Saatgut laufen. Das sind die Tiefenführungsrollen hinten.
These depth control rollers are infinitely adjustable during operation via hydraulic cylinders. Behind them, concave discs slit the soil and place the seed.
Das hydraulisch gefedert wird.
The cylinder is hydraulically suspended, and the entire unit is guided in parallel to maintain consistent ground pressure.
Und zum Schluss haben wir die kleine Nachdruckrolle.
A small pressure roller gently compacts the loose soil at the end of the process.
Einfach ein bisschen nachgepresst wird. Das Säaggregat ist
The seeding unit, sourced from a reputable Austrian manufacturer, has been slightly modified to meet specific requirements.
Hier haben wir das Original-Display.
The original display allows for continuous adjustment of the seed rate. In this instance, 30 kilograms of seed is used per hectare.
800 Kilo.
The seeding unit weighs around 800 kilograms and is mounted on a 30-ton excavator with a 21-meter reach. As demonstrated in the video, the undercarriage does not need to be extended for stability, as the unit is lightweight enough to operate at full reach without issue. To ensure a uniform seed rate and a clean, even finish, the operator must maintain a consistent boom speed and take care to avoid damaging trees.
Bestand beschädigt und das sauberes Arbeitsergebnis leisten kann.
The machine achieves a daily area output of approximately 1 hectare, far surpassing the productivity of horse-drawn seeding. This efficiency enables optimal use of brief wet weather periods in spring, ensuring robust plant establishment. The new method brings additional benefits.
Bei der Pferdesaat müssen die Flächen vorher geräumt werden.
Unlike horse-drawn seeding, which requires fields to be cleared and furrows to be plowed before horses distribute seeds, the machine completes all steps in a single pass. Fields do not need to be cleared beforehand, and the rotary tiller can process material up to 7 centimeters thick. Fine tilling leaves brushwood on the field, providing wind protection and fostering a microclimate. The presence of deadwood offers significant advantages for the area's future development.
Windschutz und Windruhe für die Fläche gibt. Es bildet ein Mikroklima. Wir haben Totholz auf der Fläche, was ein Riesenvorteil ist für die spätere Entwicklung der Flächen.
Die Pferde haben ein Problem, durch das Blaubeerkraut durchzukommen.
Horses struggle to navigate through bilberry bushes and must stop or remove small trees in their path. In contrast, the machine's 20-meter reach allows the crane to work around obstacles, protecting existing regeneration and enhancing stand structure.
Und macht dann wieder ein Stückchen. So dass wir im Prinzip durch diese Maschine die vorhandene Verjüngung schonen und damit sehr viel Struktur in die Bestände bekommen.
Wir können, egal wie die Fläche aussieht, ob steil, ob flach, ob nass.
The machine operates effectively on any terrain, steep, flat, or wet, and can be customized for specific site conditions. It can even work on steep slopes, milling across the area to create terraces that retain water in seed beds and planting strips.
So dass das Wasser nie komplett verschwindet, sondern sich immer in den Saatstreifen oder vorbereiteten Pflanzstreifen auffängt.
Wir verfahren die Flächen überhaupt.
Importantly, the machine only travels on skid trails, avoiding further soil compaction in operational areas.
Dort, wo die Maschine fährt.
The process also requires about half the seed compared to traditional methods, making it more economical. While some critics suggest simply planting nursery-grown plants, the machine's approach offers distinct ecological and practical advantages.
Die Saatvorteile sind auf jeden Fall.
One key advantage is that each plant develops within its own microclimate, allowing the seed to immediately adapt to the specific conditions of the seedbed. This direct adaptation enables the plant to respond effectively to local environmental factors.
Wenn die Pflanze aus der Baumschule kommt,
In contrast, nursery-grown plants are accustomed to abundant resources and ideal conditions, which can make the transition to forest life challenging. The forest environment presents practical realities such as limited water, heat, and exposure to pests, requiring plants to cope with deprivation and stress.
Die Saat kommt
When a seed is sown, it enters the soil as a kernel or germ and must instantly adjust to its surroundings. This process fosters resilience and adaptability.
Was ist noch der Vorteil?
Another notable benefit is the development of a strong root system. Sown plants grow roots that seek out water and nutrients, anchoring them firmly in the soil. Nursery plants, however, tend to develop lateral roots rather than deep anchoring roots. As a result, nursery plants can often be pulled out easily, even after 2 years, whereas sown plants become so securely rooted after just 1 year that they cannot be removed without breaking the stem.
Sowing is carried out until early June, ensuring that young plants have ample time to develop before winter arrives. To safeguard the area from wild boars, fencing is installed immediately after sowing and remains in place for 8 to 10 weeks until the young shoots have hardened. Initial results are encouraging. Accompanied by District Forester Hans Otto Vokes, we visit a section of forest managed last year.
Die Buchen haben wir vergangenes Jahr genau vor einem Jahr gesät.
We sowed the beech trees exactly 1 year ago, 365 days ago. The beech nuts have germinated well, and the seedlings are nearly as large as those grown in the nursery. The beech trees are densely packed, making it difficult to remove them without causing damage. While some may not survive, there will still be plenty of plants in the area.
Immer noch genügend Pflanzen auf der Fläche haben. Und wir sehen auch hier den Trieb, der bis jetzt dieses Jahr schon gekommen ist.
Observe the shoots here. One is about 10 centimeters long, while another has reached 20 centimeters, indicating that the beech has established itself successfully. This gives us confidence that a beech stand, and importantly, a mixed stand, will develop here. We also notice younger trees being introduced from other locations. In one case, a section of the root is missing, and if we consider all the fine roots, the total length is likely at least double. The plant was originally planted up to a certain point in the soil, with the remaining root still underground. The nursery trees are 2 years old, and their roots have been cut, resulting in a permanent severance that will not regenerate.
Young deciduous trees are a valuable addition to the pine forest, especially when it comes to regulating the water balance.
Bei dem Laubholz ist es so, dass die Laubholzkronen
Canopies help shield the ground, reducing the rate at which water evaporates. This creates a protective layer, or canopy, that fosters a microclimate beneath it. As a result, water is retained more effectively, unlike in areas dominated by pine trees, where the narrow and sparse canopies allow sunlight to evaporate water quickly. Pine forests also face challenges from harmful bark beetles in certain regions. To address this, affected trees are promptly removed and processed to prevent the beetles from spreading further. Looking ahead, the aim is to cultivate forests with diverse, multi-layered stock. Such species-rich environments will enhance resilience and, most importantly, help retain water in the soil.
Und vor allem das Wasser im Boden und in der Erde halten.
Just a few kilometers away, another seed drill is in operation. Unlike the previous model, this one uses discs to open the soil for the seeds instead of a tiller. Florian Strobel introduces the machine and describes its features.
Hier stehen wir hier vor der zweiten Variante unserer Impex-Einheit.
We are now looking at the second version of our Impex seed drill unit. The main difference is the use of counter-rotating discs rather than a tiller. My colleague, Francesco Berner, will later discuss the pros and cons of both approaches. At the front, there's a depth control wheel with teeth for pre-cultivation. Next, the counter-rotating discs break up the soil crust, followed by a coulter, and finally, our reliable roller at the rear. The seed drill unit weighs around 500 kilograms and has a straightforward design, with no hydraulic motors or electrical components. Only a power connection is required. The carrier for the seed drill is an older Koenigsteiger crawler excavator, which is well suited for these tasks. With a reach of 19 meters, it can work deep into the crop.
Dass man auch weit in den Bestand reinfassen kann.
Disc plowing has distinct benefits, particularly in areas with heavy weed growth. This was a key reason for its development. Francesco Berner elaborates.
Also das Konzept bei dieser Saateinheit ist das, dass wir
The idea behind this seeding unit is that the large discs help keep fast-growing, aggressive weeds away from young plants. By using these discs, we can remove enough topsoil to create a wide strip for the plant, giving it space to grow and time to establish itself.
Streifen ist, der frei ist vom Bewuchs. dass die Pflanzen erstmal ein bisschen Zeit haben, sich zu etablieren. Ein leichter Nachteil ist der, dass wir den Streifen...
One drawback is that the wide strip increases the evaporation surface, but the main advantage is that the plant is less likely to be crowded out by weeds. That's the core principle of this approach.
Dann nicht so schnell in Bedrängnis vom Begleitwuchs kommt. Und das war das Prinzip. Ein weiteres Prinzip von der Scheibe ist das, dass wir...
Another benefit of using discs is that in areas like this spruce stand, the surface roots remain unharmed. Rotary tillers can damage the fine, shallow roots near the surface, but the discs simply roll over them, preventing injury to the spruce.
...mit der Fräse beschädigen. Das haben wir bei den Scheiben nicht, sondern die rollen über diese Wurzeln drüber weg und können dadurch keinen Schaden an der Fichte dann darstellen.
We set aside the seed drill and install a clearing rake to remove surface vegetation. This straightforward approach helps nature do its work.
Hier und da kam die Anfrage von den Revierförstern, ob wir nicht alternativ dazu neben den...
Sometimes district foresters ask if we can prepare areas for natural regeneration, not just sow seeds. For this, we use a clearing rake designed with flattened tines instead of pointed ones. These tines gently remove only the top layer of raw humus, exposing the mineral soil beneath. Our rake's narrow, flat tines are FSC compliant and avoid disturbing the soil, which protects the fine roots of existing trees and natural root systems. This helps prevent ground damage. In areas with dense vegetation, natural regeneration is blocked. By removing the vegetation at the right time, using our clearing rake, the seeds are able to dry out. Because of recent droughts, natural regeneration is not possible here without intervention. Exposing mineral-rich soil is essential for seeds to germinate naturally.
Incidentally, after sowing, the large excavators don't remain idle. Fitted with a harvester head, they are used for timber harvesting at Lightfoot harvesting throughout the rest of the year. This keeps the carrier vehicles in use and ensures efficient operations. Over the course of 2 days, we journeyed through Brandenburg with our cameras, meeting dedicated individuals who use both passion and powerful machinery to shape the future of our forests. Now we invite you, dear viewers, to join the conversation. What are your thoughts on this innovative approach? Share your opinions, questions, and suggestions in the comments below. Both our team and the experts from Impex Forestry Machines look forward to responding to you as soon as possible. In the meantime, feel free to check out our YouTube channel. There you'll find many more documentaries about forestry, including the video about the Hannibal T50, the world's largest harvester, which has been viewed 100,000 times.